Accessing library computer data.
Hello and welcome to my review/overview of the Dreadnought card pack that came out in September of 2017. This is a reprint of the absolutely awful Dreadnought expansion from Wave 21. This pack fixes a lot of the cards from that expansion, actually makes it playable, and includes some fantastic cards along with it. But as always with the card packs, you'll need the expansion to be able to run the ship, as that is how you get the model, dial, and maneuver card for the ship. So let's get started. So what comes in the pack? Other than the upgrades you get 2 Dominion Captain Skill 12 ID tokens and the Dreadnought/Dominion Starship template. And that's about it, so let's get to the upgrades that come in the pack. The first card in the pack is the nameship Dreadnought, which is a Cardassian ATR 4107 class ship with 6 attack, 0 agility, 4 hull, and 5 shields. 2 tech and 2 crew slots with evade, target lock, scan in its action bar for 29 points, which is 1 point cheaper than the previous Dreadnought, and has a 180-degree primary firing arc. You cannot equip a captain or admiral to this ship. While this ship has no damage cards, treat its captain skill as 12. This Dreadnought has switched a weapon slot for a tech slot, as the old one had 3 weapon and 1 tech, which makes for a much better slot layout with the new one. Also, the ability is better. For as long as you have shields, you'll be able to attack first in most circumstances. And with 6 attack die and some pretty good weapon upgrades, that is pretty good, as you can get some quality with your dice. So if you're going to run a Dreadnought, definitely run this one instead of the original. Next, we have the generic Cardassian ATR 4107, where it loses a shield token and strangely goes to 3 weapon slots instead of just losing one of the tech slots. So that really hurts it, but it is reduced by 4 points, which is really good. I really do not like the generic. The loss of the tech slots really hurts the ship, and it loses the ability, which means it's more than likely going to be attacking last every turn. I would not run the generic at all. Now the maneuver dial quickly. It's not great. It has good speed with the 5 straight, that is white, but as with the Cardassian Galler classes, both the hard turns at 2 and 3 are red, which means in order to turn in any reasonable amount of time, you're going to have to take an auxiliary. It's not quite as bad that it has the 180-degree forward firing arc, but it is not a very maneuverable ship. The first card we will be looking at is Shield Adaptation, which is a 5-point unique tech upgrade that must be equipped to a ship with a hull of 4 or greater. Discard this card if the ship has no active shields. When defending, the attacking ship rolls -2 attack dice when firing a primary weapon and -1 when firing a weapon upgrade. This is an amazing tech upgrade even with the restrictions. The ability to reduce your opponent's attack by a significant margin is great. Cross-faction this onto the Sutherland and your opponent will have a real hard time killing your ship. This is also good on any of the Dominion ships, as the larger ones generally lack maneuverability. So being able to reduce the damage done as you get back in position can be really good and is, I think, a must-have. The second tech upgrade is Bolans Codes, which is a 3-point unique tech upgrade. If 1 or more time tokens will be placed on a weapon upgrade equipped to this ship, place those time tokens on this card instead. When a weapon upgrade equipped to the ship would be discarded, discard this card instead. Another really good tech upgrade to be able to fire a time token secondary weapon 2 turns in a row. I really like this with the Disruptor Bombardment on the Gressus Thrill to do a lot of damage to a number of ships on consecutive turns, especially since they don't necessarily have to be entirely in your primary firing arc to be able to use it. So a really good tech upgrade. The last tech upgrade is Final Stage Targeting, which costs 3 points. This ship can only target ships that it has a target lock on. When attacking, defending ships must skip the modified defense dice step. I really like this upgrade on, say, something like the 6th Wing Patrol ship in conjunction with the 4th Wing Patrol ship. In order to get that free target lock action on the 6th Wing, then you have a free target lock, and your opponent cannot get defensive quality from the battle station or evade token. And then you have an extra attack die because you have another Jem'Hadar attack ship within range 1. I really like this card with getting a free target lock on your ship, and then you can take a battle station action in order to get some damage on your opponent's ship. In other circumstances, I think it's an alright tech upgrade, not something that you're always going to use. Plasma Wave must be equipped to the Cardassian ATR 4107, has an attack value 4 and costs 3 points. Attack. Place 2 time tokens on this card and target all opposing ships within range 1. This is so much better than the Plasma Wave that came out in the expansion. 1 more attack die, 2 time tokens instead of a discard, and costs 2 less points. So if you're going to use a Plasma Wave, definitely use this one. I really like this weapon for the Dreadnought, as you will not be turning your ship around anytime quickly. So this gives you a bit of 360 fire even if it is every second turn and only at range 1. Again, I like this weapon to use on the Dreadnought. Plasma Pulse, which is unique to 1 per ship, can be fired from the primary or secondary arcs, has an attack value of 4 and costs 3 points. Attack. Discard this card. The defending ship cannot spend battle stations or evade tokens within range 1 to 2. Or, when defending, discard this card, the attacking ship suffers 1 critical damage. I like this weapon upgrade as when you use it, your opponent can get quality from their defense roll or have an automatic evade from the evade action. Also, when you defend, you can choose to discard it and they take a critical. Even better if your opponent has no active shields on their ship. While I do not think that is something that is necessary on every build, as you are required to discard it no matter which ability you use on it, I think it is a good weapon to use on occasion. The third weapon is Quantum Torpedoes, which can be fired out of the primary or secondary firing arc, attack value 5 and cost 3 points. Attack. Spend the ship's target lock and place 2 time tokens on this card. If this attack hits, add 1 hit or 2 hits if this weapon is equipped to the Cardassian ATR 4107. They act like other Quantum Torpedoes, which if they hit, they give you that extra hit, but with the added bonus of being cheaper by 3 points than all other Quantum Torpedo upgrades, and 1 less time token than other Quantum Torpedoes. So if you're going to run them, use this version for those benefits, plus you get an extra hit from running them on the ATR 4107. I think at this point you either like them or you don't, but these are the best version to run if you're going to run them, especially on the ATR 4107. The last weapon upgrade is Thor Shock Emitter, which has an attack value of 6, must be equipped to the Cardassian ATR 4107, and costs 2 points. Attack. Discard this card. This ship may reroll any number of attack die. I think that this weapon is a must on the Dreadnought as you get some inherent quality with your dice without needing to spend an action to do so, and plus it only costs 2 points. Bonus, it is again way better than the old Thor Shock Emitter, as it gains an attack die, you do not need a target lock, and costs 3 less points. So again, if you're going to run a Thor Shock Emitter, definitely run this one. The only crew you get in the pack is B'Elanna Torres, and she costs 1 point. When attacking, this ship may reroll 1 blank. If the defending ship is a Dominion ship, the ship may also convert 1 blank into a hit. This may just be the best version of B'Elanna Torres, especially since she only costs 1 point. Not the best way to get quality, but for 1 point, you get a reroll anytime you roll a blank, which is really good. Plus the bonus, if you ever face a Dominion ship, you get an automatic hit from that blank. So a really good version of her, and again, probably arguably the best version of her, as most of the other ones are not very good. The last card in the pack is Captured, which is unique to 1 per ship and costs 1 point. This upgrade does not require an upgrade slot. The ship gains the independent faction. When defending, if the attacking ship shares a faction with this ship other than independent, the attacking ship rolls +1 attack dice. This card is an absolute game changer and opens up all sorts of new combinations with cross-factioning without paying the extra point, and you do not need to pay the faction penalty when equipping it to a ship. Once a Kona on a Federation torpedo boat to get those extra slots and discounts, go for it. Have some upgrades that can only be equipped to an independent ship, well now you have a ton more options. Since this card has been out for a while now, I'm sure most of you know how good of a card this is. If you have some really good combinations with this card, be sure to let everyone know in the comments. I really don't have much to say about it other than it's really good and probably worth getting the pack just for this card. Thank you very much for watching my review / overview of the Dreadnought card pack. It makes a vastly improved Dreadnought that actually makes it playable and with some improvements on the cards that came in the original expansion, along with some really good new ones. Also, this pack is pretty much worth it just for the capture card and probably worth getting a couple so your entire fleet can have that ability, even if you never use the other cards in the pack, like me. Remember to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the Airrack channel to make sure you never miss a review or mission. You can also find me on Facebook at the Airrack channel, and you can help support the channel by donating on Patreon. Thank you, and I shall see you next time.